The Filipino American Cancer Care now brings you On the Air with FACC, hosted by Josie Moralidad Zyman, Emrich Vicente, and Ed Logan.
Good evening, America. Magandang umaga, Pilipinas. Welcome sa programa ng PHLV Radio On the Air with FACC. Tonight is going to be very special, not only for me, but of course sa aking dalawang kasama dito na mga gwapo. At yung ating kasama sa PHLV Radio, si Johan. Thank you so much, Johan, for your assistance at syempre sa lahat ng mga tulong sa Filipino American Cancer Care. Now, I would like to welcome our co-host tonight, Ed Logan and Emrich Vicente. Hi!
Hello.
Kumusta kayong dalawa, Emrich?
Good evening. Good evening to America and good morning sa Pilipinas. Thank you for watching us and thank you for listening to us. And Kuya Ed.
Wow, can you imagine, guys? We are closing our October breast cancer awareness campaign. So I can't believe it flew so fast. So this is a special episode. That's why I think we can have a good time. At the same time, Josie, kailangan natin i-plug in yung ating event bago natin simulan. So
that's right. Bago nyo ako i-grill. Tomorrow is going to be the FACC Virtual Bingo Family Night. At ating pong pagbebenta ng mga tickets, ng cards, we still have time, no? Hanggang 12 o'clock noon lang. Yan, Ed, can you say something about bingo cards?
Yeah, so it's very reasonable price po. Ang $20 ay makakakuha po kayo ng 9 bingo cards. You're gonna get 9 bingo cards for $20. Okay? And then the prices are so awesome, Josie. Bigay mo ay mga tidbits ng ating prices.
Oh my God, I can give you the price.
Well, marami po tayong mga prizes. Emrich, can you tell them the prizes?
Oh yes, we have the gift packs of different items from Filipino American Cancer Care. And then some of them have a very nice jewelry by Hermes, by Louis Vuitton. And then combined with a $250 cash on the first game. And then a $250 cash again on the 6th game. And then in between, $100. Yeah. So it's really exciting for everybody to join us. So tomorrow by noon, 12 o'clock we're gonna stop selling the cards. It's only $20 per 9 cards, and we have 6 games, and you have 9 cards. So it's up to you which card you want to play first. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun. And then don't forget.
By the way, I'd like to tell them, yes,
the photo contest.
Go ahead, Ed.
For our pet photo contest, they can submit to the FACC Facebook page.
Yes, please. So if you like any of the pets that are all dressed up on their Halloween costumes, I saw some of your pets out there. It's really beautiful. I couldn't stop liking them, but you can only like it once because when you click it again, it will disappear, and then you have to click it again. So, but it's really exciting.
Yeah. And by the way, Emrich and Ed, gusto ko lang sabihin sa ating mga maglalaro, no, mga players ng bingo, yung ating bingo cards na yan, if you notice, Ed, pwedeng, gamitin ng pencil, di ba? Tapos erase mo siya. Pwede mo namang gamitin uli yung bingo cards. But I don't think we're gonna honor yung pencil. We're gonna ask them to use the pen. Tapos lagyan nila kung anong session sila sumali. Kasi we want to be fair to everyone when it comes to playing this bingo. And besides, this is our fundraising event para sa tatlong cancer patients, dalawa dito sa America at isa doon sa Pilipinas. And tomorrow, si Emmy Rich, yung isa sa mga host, kasama si Mami ni Jokoy, si Ate Josie Harrison at si Borodong Pakbong.
It's going to be fun. It's really exciting. Really exciting.
It's really going to be fun.
So, Kuya Ed,
Okay.
you want to go ahead and introduce our first guest?
Yeah, I guess
Oh, first guest. Oo, yung guest niyo yata isa rin sa mga hosts.
Wait, does she need any introduction?
I don't think so, but
Oh, I'm not used to that. Hindi ako sanay ng introduction.
for the formality's sake, we followed the protocol. So,
Right.
Oh, sige.
so our guest for tonight, of course, none other than Josie Morilidad Zyman, is a 2018 breast cancer survivor, the founder of the Filipino American Cancer Care, a native of Iloilo City, Philippines. She is a radio journalist and a White House correspondent for Radio Mindanao Network Iloilo City, Philippines, and a staff writer for Manila Mail newsletter in Washington, D.C. She anchors a weekly program, a radio weekly program entitled Filipinas sa America, featuring the life experiences and success stories of many Filipinos in the United States. The radio show is broadcast every Saturday from 10:30 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, it will be on Sunday in the Philippines from 10:30 to 11 a.m. Philippine time. So it's always live stream, whether it's an online in Facebook. I know the last episode was Emmerich. You were featured by,
Yes.
Lucy. So it's really good. And then, of course, she's very active in the community, and she was given recognition and award for being outstanding community leader. The Unified stands for United Federation of Filipino American Educators in the United States. So Josie arrived in the United States in May 2002, and she lives in Alexandria and married to AKA Tom Cruise. Barry Zyman.
Tom Cruise? Oh my gosh.
Currently works as a
Buti na lang nandun sa Tom Cruise.
At the College of American Pathologists in Washington, D.C. So welcome, Josie. This is our show for tonight.
Welcome, Ed. Hindi sanay. Okay, so,
Josie,
I remember this. Yes.
I was gonna throw in.
Ano? Ako yung nag-interview sa'yo last week.
I know. So, but I wanted to ask you a question though. So it was truly a very nice story how you and Barry met. So just for a minute, if you can summarize how's that love story goes.
Alam mo ba yung love story naming dalawa? Naikwento ko ba o hindi? Alam niyo bang dalawa?
I think you did on your book launch.
Other people who's listening will be curious of how this, Ilongga, met.
So, it was May 2002, nang dumating ako dito sa Amerika from the Philippines with a journalist visa. And then, syempre, gusto ko namang magkaroon ng greener future. Gusto ko rin yung maabot yung gusto ng ibang mga Filipino. So, while at the same time reporting, busy ako sa paglilinis ng mga bahay ng ibang tao, nagre-report ako sa Pilipinas. And then one day, sabi ng aking kasamahan doon sa Pilipinas, Josie, find someone na taga New York na magaling sa politika at syempre naka-experience ng anniversary ng 911. So hindi ko naman alam, talagang i-interviewin ko. But then may isang Filipino na hindi rin siya kilala. Alam mo yung you connect one person to another, 'di ba? Kasi he works at close to the White House. So isa siya sa mga chief of staff ng politicians. And yes, they know each other. Now ngayon, binigay sa akin yung number niya. But I don't have any idea kung sino siya. And then, nung nag-report na ako sa Pilipinas, sabi ng I didn't know. I was actually nandoon sa taas eh. Sa totoo lang, may dinidate na ako na ibang tao. Hindi Oo. Tagalogin na lang natin, okay?
Okay, Tagalog.
So, siya naman, 7 years na siyang hiwalay sa kanyang ex-girlfriend. Never been married siya at wala siyang anak. No? Nang makilala niya ako. At nag-iisang anak lang siya. So what happened is that, nang na-interview niya ako, na-interview niya ako. Ako pala yung nag-interview sa kanya. In-interview ko siya tungkol one. And I was very impressed na sabi ko, oh my gosh, ang galing naman ng tao na ito magsalita. Hindi ko alam na sa bilang linya pala, nagustuhan niya yung aking boses. Diba? You remember, nung birthday ko, talagang parang pinagmamalaki niya yung boses ko. And siguro nag-uusap kami for 1 month or I guess mga almost 2 months. And I didn't know na isa siyang Jewish. You know, I have so many experience nandito sa Amerika na nakapagtrabaho ako sa bahay ng mga Jewish at hindi maganda yung aking experience. And sabi ko, ay nako, ayoko talagang makipag-date sa mga Jewish na to, ganito, ganyan. And you know what? I ended up with somebody like him. And then, ito yung nangyari nung makita ko siya after like mga almost, mga almost 2 months, nagkita kaming dalawa sa Crystal City sa, Arlington, Virginia. Doon siya kasi nakatira sa isa sa mga apartments. And then, nung magkita yung dalawa, sabi ko, oh my gosh, bakit naman puti ang buhok nito? Ano ba to? Gwapo naman, pero parang, ano kaya to? Matanda? And I'm very skinny, I'm very fit. Tapos, nagkaroon ako ng parang vertigo. Tapos, sabi niya, are you okay? Kasi talagang nahihilo ako eh. So dinala niya ako sa apartment niya. Tapos ako naman, mabang talaga ako, I'm rich, I don't care. Basta masama yung pakiramdam ko, I need something, I need to take like often. So dinala niya ako doon. And then I said, ay mabait naman itong tao na to, no? And marami siyang mga tinatanong sa akin. And remember, I already interviewed him on the phone, but it took us like 2 months bago kami nagkita. So doon na nagsimula, and every time na doon ako nakatira sa dati kong employer sa bahay nila, no? Sinusundo niya ako like 12 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock. Tapos minsan sabi ng alaga ko na 6 years old, Miss Josie, your daddy is here. Kasi di ba, puti nga yung buhok niya, he doesn't mind that, alam mo naman si Barry, kahit ganyan yan, he's very confident about himself. And one thing I really like about him, he's very smart at pareho yung hilig naming dalawa. Mahilig kami sa politics, hindi kami mahilig sa sports. Mahilig kaming kumain. Now, nung una niya akong dinala sa mga restaurants, mahilig talaga siya sa fine dining. Ako naman, syempre, sanay ako sa buffet, no? Nandito sa Amerika, di ba? Sa Pilipinas, yan ang sikat eh. So every time na magde-date kami, kahit na sa mga Italian restaurant or kung ano-ano pa yan, I would always ask him na, can I order for a rice? I need rice. So pasta, may rice ako dyan. So every time na nag-order, talagang I need rice. Siya naman, he doesn't mind that, na para bang natatawa pa siya sa akin, ha?
Pilipinong-Pilipino.
What's that?
Pilipinong-Pilipino.
Yes.
You have a pasta and you have a rice.
That's right. And, hanggang ko yung mother niya. So bago namatay yung mother niya, I met his mom. Tapos nang una akong makita ng mother niya, sabi ng mother niya, feed her kasi I'm very skinny. Akala ko naman, hindi ko maintindihan yung sinasabi. Akala ko naman, do you beat her? Kaya sabi ko kay Barry, what is your mom talking about? Do you beat her? Sinasaktan mo ba ako? So anyway, to make the story short, nag-live-in kami for 3 years bago kami nagkasal. And yan talaga ang nangyayari dito sa Amerika, di ba? They want to get to know each other. So mga 3 years nagsama and we had a great time. And yun na, nagpakasal kami. And now, I think we have been together for 18 years at mga 14 kaming kasal.
Wow. That's awesome. Very nice story.
Hindi ko na sasabihin yung mga karibal ko, pero to be honest with you, daw siyang nakadate na Filipino kasi mahilig to sa blonde na may malaking breast. I have to be honest with that. Okay.
That's a pretty good segue on my next question. Well, I'll have Kuya Ed, you ask us the question.
Okay, so I know you interview a lot of breast cancer survivors or any cancer survivors in your book that I read during the Filipino American journey. So, I know it's a different perspective when when you're interviewing someone, but when you were diagnosed with breast cancer, right, as an early detection, what is the first thing that crossed on your mind, Josie?
Death.
Wow.
Ito mahirap talagang. Yeah. 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with herniated disc. Alam mo yung sakit sa likod? And that happened 1 week after I turned 40. And that almost left me paralyzed. Okay? And then after 4 months, I was rear-ended by a dump truck. Can you imagine? No?
Oh my.
Nag-therapy ako para sa aking likod. And then itong dump truck na may dalang mga bricks ang bumangga sa akin. And then it was 2013. And then 2014, remember, 4 months after, no? Nabangga ako ng truck. And then almost a year later, Barry found me unconscious inside our bathroom. Kasi that was like New Year's Eve. As I told you before, I had this vertigo na minsan utaki sa akin. And I didn't really know what happened at the time, kung vertigo ba o masama lang yung pakiramdam ko. But I woke up na talagang nahihilo ako. So, most of the time, si Barry nagta-travel yan kasi yan ang trabaho niya. He has to travel. So ako naman, hindi ako pwedeng mag-isa. But that time, hindi siya nag-travel, no? Kasi medyo masama yung pakiramdam niya. And then, he found me. Akala niya patay na ako ng loob ng banyo. You know, yung banyo namin is made of ceramic tiles. And then, puti yung aking shirt kasi sinusuot ko yung shirt niya pag natutulog ako. And he was crying na tumatawag talaga sa 911. Yeah. And I had like 16 lacerations. So what I want to tell you is that, siguro naman binigyan ako ng Diyos ng pangatlong buhay. Then last year, 2 years ago, that was like September, bago ako na-diagnose ng cancer, I was a victim of bullying. At nagkaroon talaga ako ng stress, Hindi ako sanay na inaaway ng ibang tao, na ginagawan mga salita. I am not a perfect person. Minsan, yung aking personalidad, it might be very intimidating para sa ibang tao. But June 2008, talagang masakit akin na yung iba kong mga kaibigan that I thought they are my friends. They were my friends. Hindi pala. So, until August 2018, nagpa-maram ako every year. mammogram ako. I'm a very active person. When it comes to health, ginagawa ko yan na parang beauty salon.
Yeah.
And September, siguro dala na rin ng stress, no? Siyempre, hindi ako sanay na inaatake ng ibang tao. And the thing about me, I am not good in fighting. I have an identical twin sister, by the way. Iba yung aming personalidad. Ako yung very social. Siya naman, siya yung talagang gusto niya lang nasa loob ng bahay. But, she works also. Now, marunong siyang makipag-away. Ako hindi ganyan. Kasi ako naman, my thought is that we have eyes to one another no matter what. Pero siguro dala na rin ng trabaho ko, hindi mo talaga mapipilibang tao. So that's what happened. And October 31, last year, 2018, doon ako mammogram or nagpa-mastectomy. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. So that was 2018, and for 1 year, I have 3 major surgeries, okay? Sa loob lang ng isang taon. I had that mastectomy, I had the breast reconstruction, and then I have hysterectomy. And you know what, nang sinabi sa akin ni Barry na, sweetie, I found a doctor for you. Tomorrow you're going to see the doctor, but you're gonna be okay. What you had is stage 0 or 1. I talked to this and that kasi ang dami niyang talang doctors. Right. And you know what? I cried. I was really crying. At sabi ko, bakit ganoon ang nangyari, di ba? But I did not even call my mom or even my sisters. I just went to the bathroom and I just kept on crying. Pero kinaumagahan, I'm not going to be, take this care na yung magiging hadlang siya sa mga gusto. I said to myself, I have to do something. I have to take this as a blessing in disguise. Kasi yung iba nga, di ba, sa Pilipinas, wala silang insurance. Kahit dito sa Amerika, mas malala yung sitwasyon nila kesa saan. So, sino ako para magramo sa Diyos at para questionin yung mga nangyayari sa aking buhay? That's why, 10 days after my mastectomy, mayroon akong, I have my own, may alas sa akin, nandito si nanay. I have so many support system. Gagawa ako ng libro. Yeah. Yung mga articles ko sa Manila Mail, I'm going to compile at ibibigay ko sa mga batang may cancer. I interviewed him 2007, I guess, Ed, di ba? Remember? And that was before Thanksgiving. And dahil din siguro sa Ed, naging kaibigan yung dalawa. So, alam mo, minsan, pag nakita mo yung isang tao na may cancer, para kang, oh, that person is going to be my friend. Or hindi ko rin inisip nang makilala ko si Ed that I'm going to be a cancer victim. Di ba, Ed?
Exactly. When we talk about it, I felt really, it broke my heart. But you know what? You have a fighting spirit. That's why the celebration of life of your birthday in January of 2020. Can you imagine? Time flew, right? Then I met Emmerich.
Oh
what
my
a
gosh.
small world, and he did the
Yeah.
well. So
that was
and here we are.
That was amazing.
Mm-hmm. Here we are right now. Meron na tayong Filipino American Cancer Care. Muna ako yung interview sa akin noon. Sabi ng kaibigan kong si Eunice sa Inquirer. Sabi niya, may mga plano ka ba sa buhay mo? Sabi ko, yeah. Pero hindi ko talaga inisip na mag-on ng non-profit organization. Di ba, Ed? Ang gusto ko lang ay magbenta libro at ibigay yung kita ng libro sa mga cancer victims, especially sa mga batang may cancer. And now, ito na nga, naaprubahan tayo at dito na nga yung Filipino American Cancer Care. At ikaw, Emerich, para ka na ring pamilya. Lahat ng nandito, para tayong isang pamilya, di ba?
Oh yeah, I really appreciate the friendship, and yeah, I really enjoy hanging out with you guys and having this show, you know, every Friday, and then the conversation in between. And one thing that I really admire between you and Ed is that you experienced it, right? And now you're giving back the knowledge that you've gained from that experience. Because a lot of people out there, like myself, I was telling you guys that my aunt, two of my aunties had the situation with breast cancer as well, and thyroid cancer and bone marrow. It's just, but they never tell us what's the process, or how did it start, and then what's the process that they've gone through. We only see her that she doesn't have any more hair.
Yeah.
Sometimes the openness, openness of the people of having cancer is really, it takes them very privately, but you know, once it become a advocacy, I think that's what I would say, the word advocacy. So Josie, you know, sharing that, and then, you know, as I explained to you guys, that my wife, it took at least a year and a half for me and her to really say, okay, we go public. So
yeah.
But do you know na yung aking husband is also a cancer survivor? Hindi nyo alam yan, no?
No, I didn't know that.
no, I think is it
Hindi nyo alam.
what type of cancer?
It is because of his skin cancer.
Oh.
So almost every 3 months, chine-check yan siya. Okay? Nang una niyang malaman na mayroon siyang skin cancer, or nang sinabi sa kanya ng doktor na may skin cancer siya, iyak siya ng iyak doon sa floor ng aming bathroom. Alam mo yung tao na para bang bakit? 'Di ba? Yun naman talaga ang una mong tanong eh. Pero nung ako naman ang nagkaroon ng cancer, ito yata yung pinapasalamatan ko sa Diyos na yung partner na binigay sa akin, napaka-supportive, no?
Yeah.
Kahit wala kaming anak, tagang nandyan siya. Alam mo kung inooperahan ako, siya yung parang takot na takot. Ako naman, matapang talaga ako sa operasyon at I feel like, oh my gosh, I can do this again. So anyway, going back to cancer.
But
I
just
think,
sure, is there any from your family?
no, wala. Except my aunt na isang, yung aking aunt, yung kapatid ng nanay ko, chain smoker. And you know what? I'm so lucky na dito sa area natin sa Virginia. I found this Virginia cancer specialist. Emerich, pareho kami ng group ng mga doctors na pinupuntahan ni Ed, at yung mga doctors namin, mga oncologists, magkakaibigan ang mga yan.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So anyway,
we sold Josie's Filipino American journey book to them, so they know it.
yes. So para sa akin, no, life did not end because of cancer. Okay? Ang ating buhay ngayon nagsimula na rin dahil sa cancer. And there is a reason kung bakit tayo nandito. Yun lang. Kaya nga sabi ko, yung mga maliliit na bagay, hindi na dapat yan pinapansin eh. Yung mga nangyari sa akin noon, I am going to say that I am not a perfect person. I am a sinner. But yung buhay ko ngayon, diretso ang gusto kong puntahan. And that is to make an impact sa mga taong walang magawa. Like may sakit siya, wala siyang pera, di ba?
Right.
Hindi naman tayo mayaman. Hindi ako mayaman, Emerich. Pero we can do something by connecting these people. And at the same time, sabi nga nila, act of kindness can make a difference. And I guess ito yung ginagawa natin ngayon sa Filipino American Cancer Care.
Yes.
I truly believe that.
And Josie, another question in terms of, I know Bear is, you guys, I call it perfect match in heaven, right? Match in heaven. So just question about support. So I know from our listener and viewers, it's good to know, besides Barry, who are the key, friend or, that friendship that really give you that support in terms of the journey you have for cancer?
Well, isa ka na doon. And of course, yung aking mga kaibigan talaga since I was in grade school or since I was 3 years old, yung kaibigan kong si Tina na nurse sa George Washington, yung mga nandito kasi Emirates, yung mga kaibigan ko from the Philippines mula nung elementary kami at high school. Sa aming section ng high school, ako lang ang hindi kumuha ng pagiging nurse. So I have contacts with them and they're all over the places in the United States. And, as I said, sabi mo nga, yung pinakamalaking support system talaga is si Barry. Kasi si Barry, lumaki din siya na at the age of 5, nalaman niya na yung tatay niya ay may brain cancer. Okay? Yung tiyahin niya namatay din sa breast cancer. So para sa kanya, at the age of 5, bilang isang only child, wala siyang ginawa, no? Bilang nag-iisang anak, kundi spend yung time niya sa pagre-research ng tungkol sa cancer. Yeah, I think he mentioned that to you, right?
Yeah, very well read. And then he will give you example of this, the medicine. So that's why I think, I think God really had a special plan, because I think it's you have that kind of balance each other. That's what I kind of observe, so.
Well, yeah. We will pause for that for now. It's 9:32.
Yes, and we are going...
Special guest, huh?
Yes, we have a special guest naman. Dito na naman tayo sa isa nating guest. Pasensya na kayo, ha? Medyo bitin yung story ko. But anyway, Emerich,
another time.
Sinong mag-i-introduce sa ating special guest singing artist? Si Ed or si Emerich?
Si Ed.
Emerich na. Ikaw na dahil ako nag-ano kay Josie.
That's Mads, right?
Yes.
All right. So, my goodness, we have a very, very special guest tonight. There's a lot of awards that he gotten in the past. So, and I've already said the name, right? But there's a lot of performances that he's done. He's a Filipino American singer, songwriter, saxophonist, and arranger of her own music from Virginia, USA. A soul funk jazz artist who holds 3 world tours under her belt. And also, she performed as well and been to the University of the Philippines and UPCC chorus. And during one of her world tours as the first woman of the Tales of the Manuvu, a rock opera, the first Filipino group to perform at His Majesty Theater, met the royal family. And she met the royal family as well. And also there's, again, without further ado, there's so many information that I could share with you for her. But ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mads Johnson.
You see me struggle, won't see me fall. Whenever I recall, I'm gonna stand tall. Ooh, yeah. I hear the rain on my window pane. The gray is here again, but it's not gonna last. Oh no. I close my eyes and no one knows the pain I have when I'm on alone. This feeling's just come back, but I need to hold on. So I keep holding on till I feel I belong. Gotta keep standing strong. Yes, I need to hold on. So I keep holding on. This emptiness I feel, just need your love is real. So I keep on holding on until you come home. Hold on, come home, baby. Yeah, hold on. Got to love that's built to last, but circumstance required this long distance love. Oh no. Wish you more rich passing day and a lot to turn to kiss. Your sweet smiling face. Ooh yeah, baby. My heart is weak when I think about you in my arms, in the mystery. So long we'll be apart. I need to hold on. So I keep holding on till I feel I belong. Gotta keep standing strong, 'cause I need to hold on. So I keep holding on. This emptiness I feel, just need your love is real. So I keep on holding on until you come home. Hold on, come home, baby. Yeah, yeah. Hold on, I need you right now. Yes, I do. Hold on, we've gotta hold on. Hold on, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold on, we've gotta hold on.
Oh, ang ganda ng boses ni Mads John.
You got to hold on.
So anyway, thank you so much, Mad. Yes.
Could you let to yung ang nanay niya ay actually namatay ng breast cancer. It's been a year. So that's why she actually, when I spoke to her, she said, I'm just, super blessed that you guys doing this Filipino American Cancer Care, and she wants to be involved and dedicated, and then that's why the song is on to
Yeah, at dito siya nakatira malapit sa akin. Ang ganda ng boses, di ba?
It's very beautiful.
By the way, yung ating isang bisita, medyo may maingay daw kasi doon sa area niya. So sabi ni Wen, i-reschedule na lang siya sa next na episode ng On the Air with FACC. My gosh, nandito na naman tayo. I-interviewin niyo ba ako o paiyakin niyo ako?
It's really a good segue. So in terms of as you see, you face your mortality, right, Josie? So what you see as the organization grow. What's your vision of how you want to lead the organization in 2 to 5 years from now? What do you
Well, I hope na itong organization natin ipagpapatuloy ng mga kabataan. Like Emmerich or anybody out there. Kasi ngayon, pag may mga nakakausap ako, alam mo, sa totoo lang, isa sa mga miyembro ng pamilya nila may cancer.
Right.
Minsan itong sakit na cancer, hindi mo, para bang pag sinabi sa'yo, o bintahan kita ng mas, ano, or ng bingo cards.
Right.
Pero parang wala kang pakialam. Kasi alam mo kung bakit? Hindi mo pa naranasan kung ano yung feeling na may isa mga pamilya mo or sa kakilala mo na may cancer. Pero once na naging may impact sa buhay mo, pag nagbenta kami ng mask, ang iba niyan, Ed, alam mo ba kung anong gusto nilang gawin? O sige na, kahit na hindi na yan bibilhin, ito na, bibigyan kita ng donation. May mga tao talaga. And ito ngayon ang nakikita ko, Ed, sa mga tao na sumusuporta sa atin. Can you imagine? Nakausap ko lang yung isa kong kaibigan na, oy, ganito, alam mo, ganito, ganyan. Ay, nakakapagod, di ba? O sabi niya, Josie, alam mo, wala ka nang ginawa kundi punta dito, punta doon. Parang hindi ka na yata natutulog. O ito na lang, bigyan kita ng $1,000 para sa organization. Not for myself, ha?
Absolutely.
So itong mga tao na to, nakikita nila yung ating mission at kung ano yung vision natin para sa Filipino American Cancer Care. At ito rin yung mga tao na gusto kong maging part ng ating organization. Kasi kung nakakatulong tayo, mas nakakatulong din sila sa ibang tao.
And that's really, a good, a platform for the young generation to say, hey, embrace our community, our cancer community, especially the Filipino American Filipinos out there, And of course, any underprivileged and medically served here in the U.S., we don't discriminate, of course, but the sharing of knowledge is really one of the most important, valuable lessons that we could share with other,
And it's so right now there's a lot of young and young professional, young adults and the teenagers are starting to think of what do they believe in, and they started to try to research for them.
Yes.
If they would like to get to know Filipino American Cancer Care, we're an open book. We're an open book.
And we're here.
All of our information, we on our board of directors, and if they want to join us in some of the meetings, and we are transparent. We talk about our bank accounts. We talk about what's coming in and what's going out, and we're talking about the next project, who are going to be the beneficiaries. It's very transparent as well.
And not only that, yung ating mga beneficiary ngayon, tingnan mo, mayroon tayong 16 years old. May mga bata doon sa Pilipinas na may mga cancer na, binibigyan din natin ng assistance. At kung makikita mo yung mga kabataan ngayon, di ba? Talaga namang itong mga millennials, alam nila kung saan yung masarap na pagkain at yung karamihan sa kanila, di ba? Talagang mga opinionated ang mga yan. At very passionate din sila sa kung ano ang gusto nila sa buhay. And there are times na nagkakaroon ng clash ang isang millennial sa isang taong mas matanda sa kanya. But you know what? I realize life is too short to waste on things that don't matter. And cancer matters a lot.
Yes. And then another, common slogan that we hear, we don't want anybody or being alone to fight cancer. So we should be fighting cancer.
Yeah. And you know what? Pag may cancer ka, Ed, siguro naramdaman mo rin yan na parang minsan nalulungkot ka, di ba? Minsan nagkakaroon ka ng parang depression, na parang anxiety. Yeah.
Yeah, the impact
and sa ngayon,
something, right? So it's, and I call it scanity. Every time you're doing a scan, right? It's a scan anxiety that's like really it's the emotion. It's hard to explain. But there's different reaction sa impact yan sa mga tao. Kaya we encourage people to share their experiences, so that others can learn as a survival guide. Go through. Tsaka yung stigma, yung mga Emirates, di ba? Yung mention mo kanina, yung mga auntie mo. So plus Josie, I know, your sister's husband, cancer as well, so it's very, close to your heart, this particular organization, because, we searched a lot of organization already in the Philippines and in the US here. So like, I think it was a right opportunity to find that particular niche of like support. And I think, you captured the need for this particular.
Yes, and I remember, no, bago ako na diagnosed ng cancer, 1 week before na sinabi ng doktor na may cancer ako, yung isa sa mga kaibigan ko ng high school, may nag-relay sa akin ng message na mayroon siyang breast cancer. And then I posted something on Facebook about her. And, we communicated. And then, yung kapatid ko naman, sinabi niya sa akin na yun na nga, yung sa asawa niya talagang aggressive, yung prostate cancer. And can you imagine na yung dalawang tao na malapit sa buhay mo, di ba? My brother-in-law and then my friend in high school, may sakit sila, and then you found out after a week na ikaw rin pala ay may cancer. Pero sabi ko nga, my cancer is a blessing in disguise. And you know what? The most important thing right now, kahit na sabihin mo pa na stage 0 and 1 ako, no? Because sabi nga nila, early detection is the best prevention, di ba? So what I had was an early detection. But then minsan dumarating sa isip mo na, ay, baka bukas iba na namang cancer meron ako. Baka next year babalik siya o baka lalala. Remember, we interviewed somebody, di ba? Yung kaibigan mo, Ed, sa Indonesia. She was stage 0. And then later on, di ba? Lumala and then namatay siya. But every cancer journey, iba't iba naman ang story, di ba? And things can change in a second. So yun lang ang masasabi ko. We have to live life the way it is, at kung ano mang meron tayo ngayon, di ba? We have to share it. And itong organization na to, yung Filipino American Cancer Care, sa totoo lang, mas marami akong oras na nilalaan dito kesa sa iba kong mga trabaho. Minsan hindi ko na nakakausap yung asawa ko. It is because bagong organization, kumbaga, nanganak nga tayo, Ed, na wala tayong pambili ng gatas. Sa mga papeles pa lang, sa mga papeles pa lang na ginagawa namin ni Ed, unbelievable. That's why minsan sabi nga sa inyo last time, di ba? Masakit malaman na may cancer ka. Pero mas masakit minsan na marinig yung mga masasamang salita ng ibang tao. Mas masakit yun kaysa sa cancer. Yun ang ano ko, ang opinion ko. But as long as nandito tayo and we are lifting each other, I think this organization is going to last. And I hope na kung ano man ang mangyari later on, di ba? Lahat naman tayo talaga namang, I'm not saying na baka bukas wala na kami ni Ed or like this and like that. But I hope na yung mga papalit sa atin dito, Ed, talagang bibigyan nila ng pansin. Lalo na yung mga kabataan. Lalo na yung mga walang resources sa buhay, di ba? Doon sa Pilipinas, makita mo lang ang isang pamilya, wala silang pagkain. How much more makita mo ang isang bata na may sakit na cancer, na ang parents walang magawa, di ba?
Exactly. Right. And another thing too that I want to again appreciate and give the acknowledgement of the all the board of directors again who really did not hesitate to accept the invitation, Josie, right? And then we start going the name of the list of the advisors, officers, and just I think again, as I mentioned a while ago, yung celebration of life mo na birthday, it was a culmination of because of the Filipino American Journey book that you did showcase those from Canada. You went to Canada, here in Maryland, Virginia. You know, it's just
New York.
yeah, exactly. So you have that particular momentum that you took that opportunity to make sure that, you know, and then people like starting to really, you know, realize, oh yeah, we'll volunteer. And I think that's the thing that a lot of founding members.
And think about it, dito sa Amerika, mayroon silang American Cancer Society, St. Jude, di ba? Ang dami-daming mga cancer organizations. Pero sa Filipino community, hindi nabibigyan ng national attention ang problema sa cancer.
Yes.
And alam naman natin na sa mga Asians, mas mataas ang rate ng cancer cases sa mga Filipino. And ang mga Filipino, hindi nga sila nabibigyan din ng tamang serbisyo, lalong-lalo na doon sa Pilipinas. And I hope with the Filipino American Cancer Care, we would be able to reach out sa iba pang mga kababayan natin na, you know, tulungan tayo, magtulungan tayo.
So it's, you know, it's so true. One thing that I've learned from this organization in the beginning, from the get-go, was that, you know, there's a lot of Filipino Americans. There are a lot of couples now, you know, biracial husband and wife or what have you. Now that they are Filipinos and a foreigner, right? So something happened with their kids, and there's Filipino blood in them. And I think there's one situation that we encountered that there's no other resource for them to go to figure out.
Lesser. That's one of the high school track.
Yes, in Maryland.
In Maryland.
They're trying to figure out where can they get a match for his case. Yes. We need to. I think everybody who's listening to this, if you are mixed, you have a child, your family is mixed of Filipino and whoever you are, this is the time that we need to make sure we donate blood, we donate plasmas, we donate anything that we can donate. Because of this situation, because you never know, maybe your kids or your kid or your daughter, your son would need that help, and it's gonna take so long and so far away to get the help that you needed.
Yeah, and Emrich, I really appreciate highlighting that, because that's also gave me that hope that, you know, when God gave me the second chance of life, I said, I'm glad that my kids or my wife didn't have it. You know, that's what I want to do, you know, educate, raise awareness, as you kind of specify those particular leukemia, cancer, or lymphoma, all that disorders, right? So Joe, I think really, another thing is embracing it as an identity, because it's hard. You know, we experience selling stuff, right? When you say it's not a sexy fashion.
Sabi ko nga sa inyo, di ba? And not only that, Ed, sabi ko nga, di ba, dahil sa cancer, nagbebenta tayo ng sticker, ng mask, ng bingo cards. At minsan, nagbenta pa kami ng chicharon ni Tito Al, pati na ng bangos. Ang hindi ko lang pwedeng ibenta, ang aking pagkababae at moralidad. Pero lahat gagawin ko para sa cancer. You know what I mean? Mas maganda naman kasi itong ginagawa natin na pa-fundraising tayo. Kesa naman, hingi ka lang ng hingi ng donation, di ba? So, tomorrow is going to be a big day para sa atin sa Filipino American Cancer Care. Yung tatlo nating mga beneficiaries, they are looking forward na syempre maibigay na natin yung ating financial assistance, and we are hoping na marami pa ang susuporta sa organization na ito.
And then para sa mga listener po natin, marami po talagang humihingi ng assistance. But you know, as we explained po sa inyo, we just started as a non-profit organization. But you know what? when we started, it was also the big COVID-19. It
Yeah.
didn't
May pandemic pa.
push this.
Mhm.
We appreciate yung mga founding members, lahat ng ating officer volunteers. And again, it's a true success as a community collaboration. The Zumba, it was a big success that that give us that momentum again to do this virtual being. And remember, last we're thinking about planning is like supposed to be the fashion show that Len Kabilly were trying to, but it broke my heart originally. But you know what? Actually, God said I have a better plan, so that's why.
It's a lot of fun.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Just be
And to be honest, no, yung experience natin sa Zumba, hindi lang alam ng iba na 3 or 4 days before the Zumba, oh my gosh, I have to find a new venue. Kung alam nyo lang kung paano ko ginawa ang lahat na nagkasakit ako. I was hospitalized.